Hello, my gamma friends. As you've probably seen, I have not been making videos the past few days, or much last week, and that's because I've been gone on vacation and with my mom, and I just have had time to be able to make videos. But now I'm back, and the first video back, I want to talk about something that I was inspired to do this video by Ellie, here on TikTok, which I'll tag her in the description of the video. But this is movies I should be embarrassed by liking, but I don't get embarrassed by films. So here's these list of these films I like that I should be embarrassed by. To start off, we're gonna go with Howard the Duck. This is a film that I absolutely love, and you've heard me talk multiple times about it on here. But yeah, it's such a great film in my opinion. But most people absolutely hate it, so it's very fitting to go on this list. Next is the Cartoon Network live-action prequel Scooby-Doo movies. I honestly think these are almost as good, if not as good, as the two original live action James Gunn Scooby Doo movies. I love these prequel films. They're so much fun to watch, and they have this really great cartoony vibe to them that it's not quite the same as what we get with the James Gunn ones, but I think works really well. Then next is, as you could probably expect would be in this video based on what's above me, the live action Garfield movies. I find that these films to be absolutely hilarious. I think Bill Murray's voice as Garfield was absolutely a perfect casting. And I don't think that Chris Pratt is going to live up to that voice. It's in his film. Next is The Country Bears. This is a Disney film that I absolutely loved as a kid. I rewatched as an adult, like a year and a half ago or something, and it holds up really well. Even though most people I don't think are big fans of it. Now, next is The Bubble. This was a film about people making a film in a COVID bubble, and from what I've heard, most people didn't like it, but I found it absolutely hilarious. So it fits on this list. Next is The Cat in the Hat. I think Mike Myers did an incredible job as Cat in the Hat, and he was absolutely hilarious in the role. And it saddens me that people liked it so little that the Dr. Seuss estate decided that they wouldn't allow any more live action films to be made. Because I honestly think this was a great addition. And it saddens me there's only a few official live action and Dr. Seuss films. Next is a non-official one it's actually a parody, but The Mean One. I know most people absolutely hate this horror film because it's really bad. It is. I will admit that, but I still ended up really enjoying it. Surprisingly, and it does really great. I think, in my opinion, with with adding like Dr. Seuss elements to the dialogue and to like little references. I think is a really fun film. Next is one that I've heard a lot of people say that they aren't big fans of this installment in this franchise, and that is Freddy's D word. I won't say the actual word. The Final Nightmare. This being the final Nightmare on Elm Street film before, or at least technical final one on before they get into all the craziness with New Nightmares and Freddy vs. Jason and the remake. Um, Next is Underdog. I absolutely loved Underdog as a kid, and it's one I really want to get rewatch again as an adult because it was such a fun film to watch. I watched that film so many times as a kid. Next is all of the films in the Scary Movie series. I love parody films, so and I also really enjoy horror films. These films are so funny to me. I love them so much, and I know that particularly as they go on, a lot of people don't like a lot of the later installments, but I love all of them, and I'm very excited for the new scary movie that's planned to come out at some point soon. Apparently, it's in development. And Next, the later Shrek films. Now, I love all the Shrek films, but the later ones are the ones that fit onto this list because from what I've heard, most people do not actually like them, but I love all of the Shrek films. So those later films are absolutely films I should be embarrassed by liking, but I don't get embarrassed by films, so I like it. So I like them without embarrassment. The next one is a new film that's out that honestly I don't understand why people don't like it. I think it's just them being sad that something from their childhood was changed. But the Mean Girls musical film, I fucking loved the Mean Girls musical film. It was so much fun to watch, and I loved the songs in it. I would love to be able to actually see the live production of it at some point. And next is some more parody films. These being parodies of the Hunger Games, aims at both the Starving Games and the Hangover Games. I love these films. They're ridiculous as hell in the very best way. So much fun. Honestly, I think the Hunger Games is such a great concept for parody. And I kind of wish that TV shows would do episodes parodying it with their characters. I think it would be such a fun time. I'm in, but sadly, it's not something I've seen happen. Next is Piranha 3D and Piranha 3DD. These films, I know a lot of people do not really like them. And there are ridiculous horror films from the early 2010s, and they're campy as hell, bloody as hell. I absolutely love them. They were so much fun time to watch when I watched them as a teenager. And finally, the last thing I want to bring up is both epic movie and superhero movie. These are some more parody films, and I know most people really do not like these, but I really enjoyed them, and I honestly think that superhero film, I think, is actually what got Drake Bell the role of Spider-Man in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, and I love his voice as Spider-Man so much, and he's great in this actual live-action one that is basically a parody of Spider-Man as well. Epic movie is also really funny and ridiculous as hell. These both are amazing. I just love parody films so much. I'll always get on board to watch a parody film. Alright, that's everything I wanted to say. So thank you for watching. As always, Free Palestine. This again is your host, Smash Story John, signing off.